Hello everybody, Happy New Year, Sanastipayushim Novim Kadam for my friends in the Eastern Europe. I hope you all are having a great January so far. We only have 4 more days until it's February. 5 more days till it's February, pretty cool. Anyways, in this video I'm going to be going over how to set up Visual Studio Code for C++, because I'm going to try to go back to my roots in programming in C++. Yeah, so to get started, first and foremost, if you do not have Microsoft Visual Studio, you're going to need to get it. So if you open your browser, the website is just code.visualstudio.com. By default, it should automatically recognize what operating system you use. If not, you can click on this drop-down menu, and it has the stable versions for your operating system, Mac, Windows, or Linux. And there's also other downloads too. So once you download this, install it. You're also going to need one more thing as well, and this is going to be for the C++ compiler, and that is called mingw-w64. And as in the name, it's just mingw-w64.org. Just go to this website, and it'll take you to this web page right here. And then on the left-hand side, you can see that there's a Downloads tab. You just click on this. It takes you to the Downloads page. And if you're using Mac, you can use Mac ports. And if you're like me, using Windows, you're going to want to be using the mingw-w64-builds. So if you just if you're Mac, click on Mac, min, click on min, but they're right next to each other. So if you're on the Mac, all you do is open up a terminal and do sudo space port space install space mingw-w64, and that should install all the necessary packages. If you're on Windows, however, we have to go to a website to actually download the executable file. So it's just the mingw builds, and it's on Sourceforge as of this recording, 127.22. So go to Sourceforge, and it's going to automatically download after 5 seconds the file. And you want to make sure that the file is an install.executable. When I tried this earlier, it did give me the dependencies to compile. I don't know why, but just make sure that you're downloading the executable file. So we're going to save that. Once it's downloaded and saved, what you want to do is go to your downloads folder. So I go to my downloads. Inside of here, you can have the mingw-w64-install. Click on this, open it up, and then click next. Once this gets ready, you're going to have this settings right here. Make sure that you're using the proper architecture for your computer. I am using an x86_64 architecture for my device, so that is what I'm going to be using, and most Windows computers actually do this too, so make sure that you are using the proper architecture, otherwise this will not work. So once you have this changed, click on next, and it'll take you to your destination folder. If you want to keep yours in the program files, you can. If you want to keep yours on the C drive, you can as well. Just make sure that you remember where this is located, because we're going to have to change our environment variables for the system in order to compile using the bin folder. So if this is good to you, just click on next, and it should begin installing. I already have this installed, so I'm going to skip this installation, but yeah, just keep this in mind. So then once you have this downloaded and installed, it takes roughly 5 minutes maybe. I think it took my computer 5 minutes to do the whole installation. You want to navigate to where it is located. So in my case, it's in listpc bootcamp, and I have mine right here, but the default is in program files, so just make sure you go to your folder. So inside of this folder, it's going to give you this folder. Just open it up. You want to go to mingw64, open this up, and what you want to look for is the bin folder. So you want to open up the bin folder, go navigate to the file path up here, and then you want to select all of it, Control-A, Control-C, and then what we want to do is add this to our environment variables. That way when we compile the code in Visual Studio Code, it'll just run. We don't have to add any other settings to vscode. So now we have this copied. We want to go to our environment variables. So if you click on the search bar here, you just want to do env for environment. Windows should pick up that you want to add the system variables. So just click on this. It'll take you to this window right here. You just want to click on environment variables. We don't want to change anything for the user, but we do want to change it for the system variables, and we want to do the path variable. So scroll down here until you see path, and then you want to click on edit. So as you can see, there are already other stuff here, and I already have this installed, so this is filled for me, but it may not be filled for you. that's the case, you just want to go out to a new line and then paste where your variable is. But since I already have mine installed, I'm just going to erase that. But you just want to copy your file path here for your bin folder. Once it's copied, just press OK, OK, and click OK. You're done with that. Now we want to open up Visual Studio Code. So go back to your search bar and just type in vscode, or actually just vs, and it should automatically give the app for you. So once you open this up, it's going to open to this. There are some extensions which you want to use for VS Code, especially for C++. So if you click on the extensions right here, I already have them installed, but what you want to do is get the C by Microsoft. Then you want to get the extension pack as well. And then I think most of these come together so you can get the C themes. But our main thing that we want to get is a code runner. So make sure you have code runner installed. Yeah, it has 11 million downloads, so it's pretty widely used. And yeah, this is all that we need for the C++ environment. So once that's done and installed, what we want to do is change the settings for our VS Code. So if we go to File at the top, go down to Preferences, and then go to Settings. Inside of here, we want to type in Custom. And then under Custom, what we want to do is click on the extensions for C, C++. And then what we want to do is edit the JSON settings, or settings.json. So this is going to open this up right here. By default, it should just have this variable and nothing else inside of it, the workbench.color theme. So what you want to do is add a comma after this variable right here, and then type in this right here. So just quote code-runner.run in terminal, end quote, colon, space true, because we want to add input and output for our C++ programming in case we want to do input, or yeah, in case we want to do input, this is what the command will do. Just want to save that, close out of here, close out the settings, and now we can begin by opening a file. So just do Control N, create a new file, Control S to save, and I'm just going to go to my desktop, which is right here. Inside of here, I'm just going to say hello world.cpp, because .cpp is this .c++ extension. Just save it as that. It should now have a C++, and it should be blue, right? Hopefully yours looks like this. And then we're going to initiate just a basic C++ program to make sure it works. So just do pound include, open chevron, iostream, close chevron. Then what we want to do is using namespace std. Then what we do is int main. And then inside of our function, we just want to do a basic hello world program, right? So I'm just do int my number. And then we want to do a cout chevron, please enter a number. And then what we want to do is cin, and that's going to be right chevron. This be my number, and then be cout inline, and then what we want to do is inline, and then you just do cout your number is colon space my number. And L, and then because we initiated it as an int, we want to do a return, and just return a 0. So now, just make sure that you type my number properly. So my number, please enter number, yeah, okay. So now inside of here, I'll just press the play button in the upper right hand corner, and then it should give me a please enter number, 25, and yeah, I actually didn't need to add the end L, but yeah, you get the idea. This is a basic C++ program. So that's how you instantiate and set up a C++ program for your computer. Yep, I hope you'll enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.